All right, so I'm recording. Okay, so October's here. Lots of things coming this month with Shift Shop and a lot of excitement around that. So if anybody has any questions about that, shout them out, because I'm sure we probably all have similar questions. There is an FAQ. What's coming with that is it's new workouts for Proving Grounds. It's launching on October 22nd, I think, that whatever that Monday is. There is a coach test group. All of the challenge packs are $20 off. What they get with the challenge pack is an extra set of slides, and they do like BOD, Shakeology. There are completion packs for that. So if somebody is, what I would suggest is if you have a regular customer who already has BOD, maybe they already have Shakeology, maybe they're interested in Shift Shop, then they do a completion pack. They like cancel their Home Direct and get a completion pack and get a new Home Direct order. That way they get the success code points, they get the better deal, they get all the gear and all that stuff. So that's another good way to kind of, what is happening with sound? Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. It's kind of funky.
You have an echo.
I do. Weird. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I've posted a little bit about it. There's an FAQ on it. I would suggest maybe diving into that FAQ sometime this weekend, next week, and just getting familiar, because that is a really good thing to leverage for new excitement. And you guys know it. Like, as far as workouts go, you know, we get through one workout and it's like, as a coach, we're like, all right, on to the next thing. Like, give me something else, give me something new, you know, and repeating the same stuff over and over again isn't fun for anybody. So I'm starting to see a swing of people come around that have DVDs and they don't have BOD, or, you know, they haven't subscribed to BOD yet. And sometimes they're older. Sometimes they've just been out of the loop or they've done something else. But getting them back in and hooked up with everything digitally is exciting too. And especially for people who have purchased, like those of us that have been coaches for a while and or using Beachbody stuff for a while, having like 7 or 8 different boxes of DVDs that now are just totally going unused. So BOD is huge for that. And then this new Shift Shop is going to be really great. And then beyond that, what I usually tell people when I talk to them about on demand is what's coming. Like, and in December, we have the new Shaun T program that launches. And in, you know, April, we're going to have this new Autumn Calabrese nutrition thing that launches, that was just announced at Leadership yesterday. And, you know, there's, you know, this and this and this, and just making sure that they know that, like, they're not just signing up for Shift Shop and they're only going to get Shift Shop workouts, that they're getting all of the things along with that too. And I think for me, what's been a huge seller is all of the stuff that they have access to on BOD too. Like, oh, your meal planning stuff, your recipes, nutrition, all of that stuff is on there too. Do they re-record all the workouts for Shift Shop? I don't think they did. I think it's strength, speed. And then Friday is Proving Grounds. And then there's the Proving Grounds is like a 15-minute like test, like where you go through one move for 1 minute and you do that. You do 15 different moves and you have like a tracker and you basically write down like beat your best kind of thing. So that's like how you judge your progress as you work through the workouts is, you know, okay, last week I did 8 burpees, this week I did 10, you know, like, and it's kind of a challenge that way. And then you get points for the workouts. He did a call for the Dream Team like last week and I kind of missed it and didn't catch all of it and was trying to listen and multitask. And so I don't think there's all brand new workouts, but I think there's some brand new workouts. And I think there's like a bonus, some extra workout. So I don't think it's just like 2 workouts. Sarah, do you know?
There's so I listened, he was on National Wake Up Call, and so
Mm-hmm.
I briefly listened to it. So the way I understand it is there's a new week, a first week that's like 15 minutes, and then your first set of proving grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your speed 25, strength 25 for 4 days. Then you do proving grounds again. Then you go to 35 and proving grounds.
Now that you're saying all that, I totally remember.
Yeah. They did something like, he related it to the fact that he really liked what Alana did. But I kind of missed the why he liked it and why it compares to how Alana did 2B Mindset. I think it's the mindset shift, which makes sense with
Okay.
with that proving grounds, but I was working and listening at the same time, and I missed that. So like literally that is the part that stands out in my head, but I missed why.
Yeah. I need to go back and listen to that one.
Yeah.
But you guys, I mean, those of you that have done any of his workouts and or have like worked out with him live at Summit, oh my gosh, his like the way that he speaks and empowers and supports and all of that is just, it's unbelievable. Like he is an amazing, like just an amazing motivator, and he's an awesome dude, and like he's real and he's raw, and like you're in a workout with him, and like he's just really like, he's like the most down to earth guy, and like he's just really cool. And like he, you know, I think that video that came out with Tulin and how they like helped Tulin get through that last part of the workout, and everyone like crowded around her and like supported her and like, you know, got her through it. Like that's how he is in real life. Like he's like in there in the trenches, like just helping, you know, and getting people through. So I think, you know, that is something to possibly create like an interest group like we've done with Lift 4 or like 2B Mindset, and do little teasers and like, here's the link to join my info group kind of thing. And then I'm planning on doing a Shift Shop test group probably starting the first week of November to work through that month of November. Am I going to be doing Shift Shop? I haven't made that decision yet. But I feel like with Thanksgiving, with the holidays, like if it's a 3-week program and it's, you know, it is 6 days a week, but one of those workouts is a 15-minute like test of workout. So, so I would probably approach it that way, that like, yes, these workouts are a little bit shorter. Yes, you're going to get results. Yes, you're going to be doing cardio and weights. So you're going to get a total body program, and not in addition. And in addition to that, you're getting a coach, motivator, like trainer for this program who is going to rock your mindset and change your life. So, so anyway, Shift Shop, November group. It's early in the month. We have an entire month to kind of market and format what we want to do with that. So that's something that I'm keeping like in my back pocket. Like I'm going to continue with my, you know, coach recruiting this week. I'm going to continue with talking about balance and lifestyle and stuff. And I'm going to talk about that in the back of my mind too. People that are not joining into the last 90 days thing, or have not expressed interest, I'm going to go back to them. Or maybe they're somebody that expressed interest about Lift 4 and they didn't join Lift 4. Then those are people that I'm going to go back to, and I'm going to send out an email to all of my people as well. So, so that's kind of on the radar for next month. And so does anyone have any victories or exciting things or anything that you want to share this week before we dive in a little bit more? Anyone? I can go first. I have a girl who in my group she signed up last month with Shakeology and On Demand, and was a former Advocare person. and has been wanting to try Shakeology, loves it, is down 16 pounds in this first month. And she's like sharing it in the group. Like, she's like, I don't think I've been doing too much different. Like, I'm just eating healthy, drinking my shake, and I'm doing 21-day fix. And I'm like, things are happening, and my husband noticed. And that's huge. And very motivating for other people in the group to see that too. So if you guys are seeing people like, or somebody's privately messaging you, I'm just asking them like, will you share that in the group? Like, that's really exciting because, you know, other people that may be struggling will see that motivation and be like, oh, look, she's just doing the things. Like, maybe if I just do the things, I'll get the results. That was just a little exciting thing that popped up yesterday. Anyone else want to share?
Sure, I'll share. Similar, I don't know. I had a customer lead. I don't know. She did 2 quarters of BOD, and we've connected on Facebook, we've connected on Instagram, we've talked a little bit. And she decided that she was going to start Lift 4 when we all started it. So she's being active in the Facebook group for the first time. Like, she's kind of sent me stuff privately about her work in the past, but it's always been because I have reached out to her like, hey, how's it going? What's going on? I haven't seen you. And so now she's actually starting to participate without a nudge from me, which is fun. And so I'm hoping that, she'll see how motivating a challenge group can be, because I tried to just put like my BOD customers into a group and kind of get that going, but it never took off because none of those people have ever been in a challenge group, and I wasn't running it that way. So it's nice to see her participating and feeling the motivation of the group. That's fun.
That's awesome.
Are we talking about the way it's changed our life?
Not yet.
Oh, what is this question? I missed it while I was going.
Any victories from this past week? Like any challenger client victories, coach victories, personal victories?
Oh, I have another victory.
Yes.
I'm pregnant. Boom! Ta-da!
Yay!
Yay!
I was
Yay!
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
But I really am sick right now. Like, this is nothing to do with the fact that I'm pregnant, but I am. It's very early. It's not going public on any social media.
It's because you laid with your legs up in the air.
Wade called it. Your legs are in the air.
My legs are in the air, friends. This is your baby too.
Yes.
This is perfect.
We all feel like we're part of it now.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yay!
So I don't get to use my semi-cycle cup again. So I had 1 month review. Sorry, Michaela.
That's okay. I'm still
We'll
waiting.
take
for
it.
time. Yeah, here, just send it to me. I'll use it.
Yeah, right.
Bro.
Kelly.
I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it to you.
If you can boil the Chinaman out of it, I can boil Caitlin out of it.
I'm not nasty, so.
Boil the Chinaman.
Because no one needs Chinaman.
Vagina? I may still be drunk. I don't know.
Like, Ashley has lost control. She's like, I'm recording.
I can't even share the recording now. Like, I don't
Oh, sorry. Can you not?
Sorry for anyone that's listening in that has now realized what you've just really signed up for. Welcome to the team.
Hello. Okay, so there's
I
that.
won't be inappropriate anymore. I'm going to work out during the call, so.
Okay.
Keep it clean, ladies.
Sorry, disclaimer.
No,
Well,
that's
I have news too, actually.
what happened. I didn't hear.
I have news.
Do you?
Nick got an offer finally.
Yes!
Hi. Oh my gosh.
Where?
Where are you going? Do we know?
So it's still not public, so we're not talking about it on social media yet.
Right. So nobody that we know can go watch the recording of this that I'm posting publicly on
Yeah, but nobody knows me, so I think it's safe. But we're going back to California.
Are
You are? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not our first choice, but it's our first offer in 5 months. So he was unemployed 5 months as of
Um,
October. So ready to, leave the parental nest that we've
Yeah.
been in and kind of get back on our own. So we're going to Carlsbad, which is between San Diego
oh,
and LA.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be beautiful and fun, but it's just really expensive out there. And
Yeah.
we were kind of hoping to stay in the Midwest. So, are there any Californians on the call? I don't know who all's on our team.
Emily's in California. She'll be excited to have somebody else out there.
Yeah, she's actually closer to San Jose or something where I used to be, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
She's north of LA, isn't she?
Oh yeah, I think she's in Silicon Valley somewhere.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw her town one day, now that y'all are saying that.
But still, same time zone.
Yeah.
As her, yes.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing.
So it still will be another 4 to 5 weeks for me. I think he'll start the very end of October, right before Halloween.
Oh wow.
So I probably won't get out there until mid-November, but at least I have like an end in sight.
Yeah. You have a plan.
So I have like fallen off the reservation. I did so well for about 4 months of it. These last 4 weeks, it's just, I'm so out of my comfort zone, out of control. It's not my kitchen, it's not my refrigerator. And I feel so behind. At least now I feel like I can like make a plan to move back forward.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Congrats.
yeah.
Anybody else?
I don't know if it's a victory, but just something cool that I wanted to share, and not to be like sappy or anything, but one of my challengers she just texted me the other day. She's been trying to get pregnant. She has a daughter, but she's been trying to get pregnant for about a year now. She's had 3 miscarriages, so she just had another one. And so she texted me to tell me why she wasn't in the group and that she lost the baby at 7 weeks. So I reached out to some of the girls who are in my group who have been consistent and like who know her because she's always been really consistent. And I told them that I wanted to send her some flowers, and just like if they wanted to donate some money, that'd be cool. And I thought it would be nice if it was from all of us. So like everybody totally pitched in and sent me money like immediately. And I told them, I was like, I can't really tell you what's going on with her because it's not my business, but she's just really struggling and I want to send her some flowers. And they were like, no questions asked. Here's money. Send her whatever. So we sent her like a really beautiful bouquet. And yesterday was her first day back at work. And she said that her husband texted her a picture of the flowers and was like, look what just came. So she got on yesterday and posted like a picture of the flowers. I'm going to like cry talking about it because it's just so sweet. But she was like, just so moved because she was like, I've literally never met any of you in person. And you showed up for me at like the worst day, because she was like back to work and whatever. And so she did say that she had her 3rd miscarriage. So she told everybody. And she was just so happy that she's, joined the group and been a part of it. And I don't know. I just thought it was so awesome because she said something like, the support goes way beyond like improving your nutrition, losing weight, and getting in shape. And I just think that's so true, and just really powerful. So just wanted to share.
All the feels, man. Whew.
I know. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be Debbie Downer because I really
That's
do.
not
think,
Debbie
like,
Downer at all. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is something that I don't think people think about when they think about like joining a challenge group, and I feel like the words join my challenge group are like really just like black and white. Like you're going to come in and you're going to do a workout and here's your nutrition plan. Great. Game over. Like, hope you enjoyed it. But like, I think when we use the words community and tribe and support and like, it makes a huge difference to bring someone in and make them feel welcome than it does to send them an email with like some tips and like, just add them to a group, and I think giving people that instead of like, in addition to like here, yeah, you're getting shakes and you're getting workouts and you're getting, all the tools that you need to have success. But you guys know it, like doing it alone sucks and it's hard. And when you don't have someone in your corner, and maybe, it's your spouse, maybe you don't have a support system, maybe your family is, berating you for being present on social media and dealing with that stuff, and it's hard to do it alone, not just a fitness journey, but like this business too. And having that community is huge. And I mean, look at several of us know each other outside of coaching, but most of us don't, I mean, we're just all like random chicks who met on social media and love this. So I think it just goes to show you that, like, not only are we doing it right, like we're doing it right, we're showing up, we're giving people community, we're giving people support, but we're instilling that in others too. And I think that's important because it's huge right now. And it wasn't not too long ago, shaming each other and being rude and, gossipy and all that BS that, should have been left in high school. And still sometimes people carry it over into their adult lives and they need to be smacked. But to be supportive for other people is huge. And that's a little something that I wanted to kind of dive into today, about the community. But before we do that, did anybody else have any victories they want to share from this past week?
I'm alive.
Go ahead, Sarah. Sorry.
I said, I'm alive. I have totally, like, Kelly will text me, like, and I don't even reply. Or she's like, how does this look? I'm like, good. Like, I'm on the struggle bus mentally.
It's all right. We've all been there.
And not that, like, it's just tough right now.
Too, Sarah. I'm right there too.
Life is tough. So, I don't know. My challengers seem to be checking in, so there's that.
You had like 40 this week, didn't you? You had like 40 people check in one day.
Yes,
we did.
Yeah, that's
we
huge.
did it. It was amazing.
that was our first day. It was
That
awesome.
was our first day of the last 90 days. 40 people checked in.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
I know, I'm like, can you teach me what you're doing, please? Because my people don't check in.
We have worked extremely hard on the community piece, and that is something in August, the beginning of August, Kelly and I sat down and kind of made a list of just what we wanted as a team, but also as a community when we formed our group, and why we put them back together, because they haven't been together for over a year. They've been separate. And one of the reasons we put them back together is because we wanted to build this large community of support. So they're doing a good job. Sometimes it's overwhelming. But I also noticed that with our own team, we combined and decided, for us, we needed to do something that worked for us in our lifestyles. I'm not home. Most of my coaches are full-time sports moms. And so we're like, okay, let's take what worked for us and minimize it and take the information and break it down and give them what's important. And so, I think there's been some victories in that piece of it too. We started Monday night calls, and like, I keep going, no one's going to show up. And then like 4 people show up, and like, we just chat. I mean, it's not, at this point, there's not really a drive. Like, we just check in with each other and talk about conversations. But for those who have struggled with the social media piece, they're getting the confidence, but they're also going, okay, I may not be comfortable on social media now, but I'm having this conversation and this conversation, and people are starting to see my transformation. And
Is this with your coaches or with your challengers?
coaches.
Coaches. Okay.
Because I have 5, 6,
Yeah.
including Eric, like 5 working. And I knew, and that was kind of like, I'm like, I need to take a step back. Like, I focused so much on my challengers, which is exactly where I want to be. But I have these people who want to coach, and I don't know what I'm doing for them is not working.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Tracy should have been Emerald forever ago. You know what I mean? And like, not that that means anything, but like, I knew that was a goal for her, and I didn't know how to help her with that. And so I think just building the community and having that discussion and having those conversations that aren't centered around Emerald, that are just centered around how are we helping people, has really made a difference. So I guess that's our victory. We had a goal. We had like a whole sheet, like a whiteboard of Kelly and I are nerds, and we bought really very large whiteboards. But the best part was that we bought them on the same day and both took pictures and sent them to each other of the same whiteboard that we bought for our goals. And so we sat and we did a bunch of goals, and they are all done. We have to have new goals now.
Nice.
So I guess that's my victory. And now I need to learn how to balance a team and a challenge group. Like, that's where I think, and that's where my struggle is. Like, we've combined our challenge group and we're building this team, which is great. And our main goal for both is community. Now, how do I keep that and like feel confident that I'm giving them both what they need?
Maybe this is a side conversation, but as far as like team, like leadership, personal development, that's kind of a separate, because we always do a lot of personal development that's like good for your soul, like the Go Giver, like Girl Wash Your Face, like things like that are like good for your soul. But like legit, like personal development, business development books have helped me so much. And listening to like podcasts that are business development driven have helped me with like getting over some of the like, I don't really know how to do this kind of thing, and like turn more into like, okay, how can I help my people with their goals without pushing my vision onto, like, cause that's hard as a leader. You want to help your team develop their own vision and their own goals, but you also have your own, and you like, I don't want my goals to infringe on someone else's, but I also have goals that like I'd like for all of us to achieve and work towards together. So it's High Performance Habits, Brendon Burchard, is a really, really good. I think I just sent you that. That's a really good one. And yeah, dude, he's like the guru. Like his old podcast, the first year of my coaching career, was like all that I listened to and from nursing school. And like, I just sat in my car and cried because I'm like, I have so many dreams. I have all these things I want to do. And like, he just spoke to my soul. And that's, yeah, like I said, that's something we can, if you want to do like a one-on-one, we can kind of chat a little bit more about that.
It would be a 2-on-1.
A 2, yeah.
I'm a co-leader.
Sounds sexy. I'm sorry. It was totally inappropriate.
Hey, Ashley.
It's just coffee. So we can do that. Yeah.
How are you co-leading?
What did you say, Allison?
How are they co-leading?
So everything we do is together. So challenge groups are together. So all of my challengers and all of Kelly's challengers are all in the app together. So like we both post, my coach, we send at the beginning of the month, like, here's some things we want to see done. Well, this one's 90 days, but here's some things we want to see done in the next, for this group. And they kind of go, okay, I could do this. And okay, I could do this. So this is our second time. Is it our second time together? Yeah. And the first time around, Kelly and I did most of the posting. Tracy posted the check-in at night. And this time, they have all signed up to like do our coaches who don't like I think Miranda has one challenger, Tiffany has a couple. Yeah, like they're like, okay, I want to post the check-ins, I want to do this, I want to do that. One of the things that we told them from the beginning, because they want to coach but they're not sure what that looks like in their lives, is one of the reasons that we asked them to coach or told them that we felt that they would be a good coach is because what's important in coaching is that you're also a good cheerleader. And that's how, I mean, all of my coaches have come from being challengers, and they started coaching because they liked that inspiration piece. They liked inspiring others. And so even if they're not ready to go full blown and posting transformations on Facebooks and invites and things like that, we have told them it is 100% okay to be someone's cheerleader. And so they do a really good job of going through and commenting on everyone's things. Like my girls comment on Kelly's things, Kelly's girls comment on my things, my girls' things. And so that's that building community piece. So we have close to 70 people together in our challenge group, and they're pretty active. I mean, it's not like we have some flies on the wall, but they're pretty active. And then our team then is my coaches and Kelly's coaches. And that is, we just have like Team Raise the Bar. Like we have a Facebook or a Facebook group. We don't do a ton in there. I do, and I've started with my girls since the beginning, even when there were 3 of us, the picture's back there. I do a retreat every now and then. It literally is just a day that we're together, but it's that building a community. Kelly, did you want to add to that?
Not really. Does that answer your question, Allison? Like how we're doing it together?
Yeah. So, I mean, you still like get your own people, but you're just doing the work together.
You just put them all in a group together, and then we just go run the group.
But the retreats there, are your people all local?
Yes.
Most of mine are too.
Okay.
Which is neat because she's like, more of a Chicago area, like northern, and I'm St. Louis, so it's kind of cool that we have.
Okay.
So eventually in life, like I really would like to see us meet somewhere in the middle of this and do something together. But right now.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you challenger retreats that have had a lot of success with, like, even if it's just a day, and like getting together, and like that's really cool because, and you guys know it, like when you're on the computer with people all the time, or you only see people's faces, like to see people in real life, it's like, oh my gosh, you're a real person. Like, oh, you really do exist. Like, it's nice to, and Allison, no worries. I'm going to post the recording so you can jump on and catch the rest later. So yeah, I mean, just that's huge. Like, that's awesome. And sharing that community vibe is a really big deal.
Oh, and nobody showed up to my fit club. So that's one. But I only gave like a 24-hour notice, and it wasn't till like 4 o'clock. So some people didn't check their email, and I had like 5 people say they were going to come this week.
Yeah.
So that's like good.
So good.
So we'll see.
Do you post that to the whole school, or just to like a select group of people?
The whole school.
Yeah. That's cool.
So that's good. And I do want to do like a challenger retreat. I just wasn't certain like what that looks like. Like I really want to do like a big workout.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Can you get into the building on the weekends? Like, could you just do it at school?
I'd have to rent it, I think.
Really?
Yeah. It's cheaper, honestly. So because Eric's a officer in the city, he can rent City Hall, and City Hall has a gym. It probably would be cheaper for me to just do that because we can do it for $25.
Wow.
So I've thought about that too. Okay, can I ask a quick question? It's business related. There's a girl in my town. We have mutual, like she's also a police wife, but for a different city, but in town. But we've just kind of like, we're Facebook friends, and she's a coach, and I've thought about like meeting up with her. Well, she's asked, and I said yes, but then like, I actually saw her when I was on vacation, like randomly at this bar, like 5 hours away up north. I was like, it was the first time we've ever seen each other in person, but she has asked to like meet up with me. Has anybody ever done that with like someone, like just another coach in their town?
Yeah, I have.
So her team's like, she doesn't have a team. Like from what I've gathered, like there is no team leadership. So what do you like? Do you just chat? Like she would be part of our team? Not like part of our team, but like she's like, I would chat with you guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did. There's somebody local who's on the dream team, but her team, I mean, she straight up told me, she's like, it's awful. It sucks. I don't like being a part of it. So we've just gotten together twice. We've just had coffee, and we've just kind of talked about, she wanted to know more about like how I have run challenge groups and what our team structure kind of looks like and feels like, and we've kind of thrown ideas back and forth off of each other. So I don't know, it was kind of nice to be in person with somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't look at her like she's competition.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. I mean, I think unless that person presents themselves as a, like, I'm going to try to steal your people, then I think, like, I mean, it's a pretty even playing field. Like, like, I mean, and I have, St. Louis has a lot of coaches locally, that and people that I know, and being on the market council, I've got to meet a lot of other people. And there's another girl on the dream team that lives here in St. Louis that she and I have like kind of business partner chatted a few times. Like, and sometimes it's nice to talk to someone outside of your organization. So that way you can like trade ideas with, and like, what's working for your team, what's not working. Now, if she doesn't have any kind of team and support system, it's real tough, because I talked to a girl recently who doesn't really have a support system, and she's like, so can you talk to me about what you do for your coach training? Like, can you give me some ideas? And like, where I don't want to be like, this is everything that I do, I'm going to send it to you so you can copy it and do all, like,
Right.
But having the conversation and like helping give them a little bit of guidance and encouraging them to maybe reach out to their Star Diamond upline, or some guidance too. Because if she's, if there's somebody like 3 or 4 levels down, or 7 levels, wherever they are in your downline, and they want help and support as an upline Star Diamond coach, like, that's kind of your job, because you're, it's your team.
Right.
And, so I would also just suggest that to her, to reach out to your Star Diamond upline and maybe get into a training. And I don't know, but yeah, I think having the outside, like somebody that you can kind of trade ideas with too is a really good thing. So I don't want to like cut the call. Like I want to kind of shift gears a little bit, kind of, because I had asked you guys to come up with 5 things that coaching has done for you. And I'm not going to put everybody on the spot and make you tell all of us what they are, but I would love to hear if you want to share some of those things or all of those things, or if you've written them down, to take that and kind of take that in a direction this month. And now you guys know, like, we're going into the end of the year. Leadership is currently happening right now in Las Vegas. So elite coaches are all in Las Vegas doing their thing, getting great ideas. What did you say, Sarah?
I'm obsessed with the reality show, just so everybody knows.
I know. If you're following the reality show of elite coaches.
They're having a ton of fun in Vegas.
Yeah.
Dream big, ladies. Dream
big.
big.
I will say it's doable. And it's doable in the last quarter of the year. So, so if going big is on your goal board, then it's time to go big. But leadership's happening. There's a lot of stuff coming out, lots of opportunity. And what they're going to do for us with leadership is they're giving us a time, and they gave a timeline to leadership, and they usually do this to kind of give us something to plan for. Now, as coaches, like you guys know, that we have programs that come out regularly. So we have this to promote, we have that to promote, and we have like the new Energize flavor coming out next year, and like all kinds of exciting things like that. There's going to be a brand new consumable product coming out in April, another consumable product coming out in July. I don't know what it is. I can't speculate, but I would probably guess they're going to do some kind of new Shakeology flavor because they haven't done that in a long time. What did you say?
I said, I'm like, what does that even mean? Like consumable, like when I think of a consumable, I think of like textbooks and like, you know what I mean? Like that's a total teacher word. Like
That's
I'm
a teacher in you. Yeah.
Yeah, consume it. Like,
Thinking of your math workbook.
yeah, like somebody always hands me a consumable. I'm like, oh, thanks. So anyways, I just was like, what does that even mean?
Lots of new stuff coming out. Consumable, like, let me pull up the thing. Energized stick packets are coming out, and those
I'm really excited.
There's going to be 32 packets in a box. Fruit Punch Energize is coming out in like February. Top secret consumable in April, top secret consumable in July. So they're going to release that in July. I think
They made it sound like it was vegan Shakeology, don't you think?
What did you say?
I said I feel like they made it sound like it was vegan Shakeology.
I hope it's Vegan Recover. God, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe that is one of them. Maybe
I bet it
the
is.
new Recover flavor or something like that. So I know, and then I know for like Canada and UK, they're a little bit more limited on flavors and stuff. So they usually announce these things at Super Saturday and at big events. So obviously Super Saturday, those of you that are going to be there, I think everybody here is. You know, that's something that we'll have to look forward to. And then they'll continue to do these things. The next Super Saturday, I think they changed the date from the first week of January to like January 17th. So it's going to be a little bit later in the month. And then they're going to do a Super Saturday in April that's going to be geared toward recruiting coaches. So it's going to be encouraged to bring guests instead of coach only. So if you have challengers and people that are interested in coaching, it's going to be like a community feel type thing. So that's going to be really cool too. But they're doing this for us so that way we can plan ahead for business and growth development. And I think that's key in this business. And a little thing I wanted to talk about was content and planning out content for your business to grow long term. Sarah, were you going to say something?
Do you is there set dates already? So you said the January one we know. Is there a set date for April? Because I know Tiffany really wants to go, but she does hair. So she's got to make sure she has scheduled those Saturdays off.
I think if you Google in the FAQs or something, Super Saturday dates, they usually list them out. Now, I don't know if they don't list them out until 6 months in advance or if it doesn't starts fresh January 2019, but I know that they list them out and they may or may not have released the dates for 2019 yet. But yeah, that's what's cool about Super Saturday. And then in January, they'll announce where the 2020, holy cow, Success Club trip is going to be. So that's another thing to put on your goal board is rack up, those extra Success Club points to earn that trip for free if that's something that that you want to do. And
I have a question about that too.
Yeah.
I'm like a nerdy student today. Okay, so let's say Success Club trip, I don't go by myself. I go with another coach who also has Success Club dollars. Can we both use our dollars for that room?
No. I know. So, but you can bring a guest.
I don't want to bring I can't afford to bring both of us.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you want to bring another coach or a challenger, you can
But
like
she
split the
can't.
difference as far as cost. I would probably do that. Like whatever you have left to pay, I would tell them like, hey man, I paid my part. Can you?
But they
toss
can't.
300
They're
bucks?
like Kelly and I can't go together, or Tracy and I can't go together and use both of our trip dollars.
For the room, I have no idea. I don't think you
Okay.
can. That's an FAQ, like chat question. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to guess.
I know, because I mean, like, I'm sure I'm not the only one in this boat in life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there are other coaches that their spouses don't go.
Yeah. I don't know how that works. They're super friendly though at the Success Club trip, whatever, because we've recently just added another room to take the kids.
Right.
So
That'll be-
I'm like, don't listen to me. So so content, I have a really cool video. You guys have been watching a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk lately, and he, like, if you don't mind the swearing and like the really just in your face leadership type stuff of Gary Vaynerchuk, he's so good. Like he's so good.
He's so good.
And I've been listening to a lot of him this week and last week, just lately, because I've just found so many of his videos super helpful with being a little bit more bold in what it is that we do. And this video I was watching yesterday, he was talking about how there's people out there that are going to complain that, you know, everybody's on the internet and everybody's on their phone and everybody's doing this and doing that. And people go to dinner and everybody sits at the dinner table and everybody that's at the dinner table is all on their phone. And he's like, but this is the way that, okay, I can take him later, babe. Well, I know, but when you take the girls. Oh, gotcha. Okay. And everybody being on their phone and social media and all of that. But this, like, he's like, this is the way that the world is going. People want information. They want it fast. They want it now. They don't have the attention span to sit and watch a 30-minute video. And my husband tells me this all the time. He's like, cut your live videos shorter because they're way too long and you talk too much. That's me. I mean, guilty. But he's like, he was talking about how having a direction for people to go, because you know it, like somebody applies for a challenge group and then, you know, 6 days later you're in back and forth 17 paragraph conversations and you're not getting signed up. And being a lot more direct with people and having that, like, you're interested, you want in, let's do this now type mindset. And a lot of that comes from confidence in what we do. And so one thing I wanted to chat about was, you know, these 5 things that have impacted our life in the way that since we've become coaches. And if anybody wants to share one or several of those things, would you like to do that now?
I'll share.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get them back out. I think I just closed my book. Okay. Number 1, accountability. Number 2, self-belief. Number 3, friendships, community. Number 4, pushing me outside my comfort zone. And number 5, making my health a priority.
Yeah. I think my list is almost exactly the same. I have better wife, mom, allowed me to face fears, anxiety, teach insanity, public speaking, my own personal health and fitness, income goals, and like leadership, business building, and then just understanding like social media community type stuff, like learning new things as far as that goes. Anybody else want to share?
I am more accountable for what I do. Coaching has made me more motivated to be positive. The money is not a bad thing. I'm excited to learn new things and to read. I'm not a reader, so the fact that I'm reading books is big. And it's made me more steadfast in my convictions. Like, if you don't like me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, tell me.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I can go. Mine is personal growth. And then with that, they're two different ones, but understanding myself. So not only am I understanding what I used to think was just me, but understanding that that's how I dealt with my anxiety and my fears, but using then that personal growth to help me through those things. New friends, newfound confidence. Again, thinking that I was confident before, but not anyway on how I am now. And I'm with Caitlin. The extra cash is not bad. It's helped us do some things and achieve some goals.
Awesome. Amanda, can I call you out? Did you make a list?
And she's like, no, I'm hiding.
She's like, don't even make me do it.
I didn't do a list, but most of like what you guys have said would have been on my list. Like, I'm more confident in myself just because I'm a coach, mostly through helping others has grown my own confidence, because I realized that other people's fears are actually my fears too. And then like the community feeling, like I didn't have women around me that worked out before, really, for the most part. And so I thought my struggles were the only struggles that were relevant to me. And I realized that that's not how it is. Honestly, like eating better in general, like seeing how you guys have grown in your journey and has given me inspiration just to try new things, like food wise. And then reading was one of them, because I wasn't a big reader before, but each time you guys are talking about your books, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to read or listen to that. So that's a big one. Like I think the last book I read was like 10 years ago for college. So but yeah, it's just like most of that stuff, and better mom and wife, because I was so tapped out before that I wasn't being the best version of myself. So
Yeah. Confidence is a big one that I think has streamed through most of our, if not all of our conversations. I think Michaela's working out. Michaela, we'll just make you do a live video and share all of yours later.
I can share Emily's. Do you want me to share Emily's?
Yeah, Emily's.
She sent them to us. Okay, so 5 ways being a coach has impacted her life. Number 1, being able to help others realize that when nothing else in their past has worked for them, they're seeing results with Beachbody. Number 2, she feels like she needs to show up every day, not only for herself, but for clients of hers in person and afar who are counting on her. She's learned to break out of her comfort zone and put herself out there, whether it's sharing her story or defining who she is. The friendliness of the team is so special to her, and it feels more like family than coworkers. Agreed. And number 5, the income now and the potential income in the future is so very helpful, along with the ability to work from home, which is my ultimate dream. So, there you go.
Awesome.
Check.
She's detailed. Good
Yeah,
work.
baby.
So a couple things to do with those 5 things. If you have them written down, if you're a nerd and you have a laminator, laminate them. Because I know several of you do.
That doesn't make me a nerd. That makes me a teacher. Listen, just because I have a laminator doesn't mean I'm a nerd. It just means I like to save things.
True.
I'm not gonna lie though, I think it was Michaela on one of her stories. She was like wiping off her Lift 4 from before.
Oh, for sure.
And I was like, that's a really good idea. I need to do that.
I think Michaela laminates more than I do.
So I need to get a laminator.
I don't have one. I don't laminate anything.
I'm not laminating anything either.
I just thought it was really cool because I'm like, oh, wipe that clean and let's do it for round 2 or 3.
Yeah, but then how do you compare what you lifted before to what you're lifting now?
No, not her
Just the calendar.
Just the calendar.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant her tracker sheet.
No, just the calendar.
She laminates all of her calendars. See, and I keep them on a clipboard and I stack them.
Ah.
So, because I'm that person.
Yeah, we're talking crap.
I hear you guys talking about my laminator. All right, I do laminate. I'm a laminator. It's
We had a whole discussion one morning about her laminator, and she was like, "Mark, we could laminate that."
Tracy laminates. Tracy likes laminating stuff.
She's a teacher.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not.
maybe you should have been a teacher.
I mean, I love school supplies and office supplies. Like, I don't like to use them because I like to hold on to them like I'm a
Me
hoarder.
too. Like,
Tracy's the same way. Tracy and I talked about it, like getting like a cool notepad. Like, we don't even want to write on it because we want to have it forever.
you know how people are annoyed that back to school stuff comes out like July 1st? I'm not annoyed.
No, the planner,
I
like,
wonder.
Kelly, the planner that you gave me like 2 years ago, like I still have it because I don't want to ruin it and write in it. Like, I think it's so cute. It's like on my in my.
What is it?
Because if I use it and I write in it, I ruin it. Like, if it looks bad, then I don't have it anymore.
Get a happy planner. One of those happy girls. That's what I have. And you can like re-stuff them and change your binding. Like, it's all like easy pull out. It doesn't rip. It's really cool.
He's such a weirdo. I love it.
I don't use a planner.
Look, she's
Okay,
It's like
so, real fast, you know how I sent you guys?
Oh yeah, that's a good one, Michaela. I'm sad.
That
you
is
didn't
cute.
use
I don't,
Okay,
I don't want to ruin it.
you know how I sent you guys yesterday the text that said a few things I want to share and like about weighing less than Eric for the first time ever and like whatever? Okay,
Yeah.
So Eric comes downstairs last night to work out with me and he's like looking at the pictures, behind. So that one's like my team retreat, and then like there's the one of us from St. Louis, whatever over there. So he looks at this one. Can you see it?
yeah.
And he looks at that picture, it's from May, and he goes, "Well, you've really made some improvements in yourself."
Yada.
I know, I've improved. He was like, "You're taking it the wrong way." And I was crying. I was laughing so hard. That's just like, he just says shit like that, so I find it funny. And I was like, probably not the best choice of words. You really made some improvements.
You're like, I thought I was pretty great in May. Thanks.
But I wanted to show you guys, so I didn't send that in the text.
That's so funny. Now I want to see the picture close up.
Oh, you
I
can't
remember
see it?
that picture. That
Hold
was
on.
at the winery, weren't you?
That one?
You look that different?
Wait, we can't see it.
Go to the right.
Put it up, yeah. Zoom in.
Down.
Now zoom in. Go down a little bit.
Go down.
There you go. Okay, zoom in a little bit.
Hold on. Now all I see is our reflection.
Oh, there we are.
I think you look
What is
great
he talking
there.
about? What is he talking about?
Well, I think I have less chins now. But even from St. Louis in April, like there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing the good work, kiddo.
I'm making improvements.
We all.
Okay, so let's refocus, get right back, and then we'll
Sorry.
Okay.
So those 5 things. So I did a training a while back where we were, and I've talked about this before, we were challenged to talk about ways that coaching has changed our life, short-term, long-term, and post about it every single day. And that for me was really, really hard.
Was that Josh Coates?
No, it was like I think it was a group that I did with like Val Bazo and like some other leaders on the dream team.
I'm not a Josh Coates fan. He's too much for me.
Yeah. But we were challenged to make a post every day that said something about coaching. It wasn't like hey, join my tribe. Hey, I'm a coach. But it was like, this is a way that my life has been impacted. And I think I've shared this before, but I'm going to show you guys this, and I'll post it in the team page too. But this 22 days of coaching posts, and this is a really good guideline tool, but to share something every day that has changed your life, impacted your life, whatever it has, but the transformation part, before I was blank, now I am blank, and I got there by blank. And then it says post 6 and then invite to a sneak peek. So that's actually a really good thing to do, is to have a coach sneak peek. And I actually have, this came from the leadership retreat earlier last month, a video that another coach has made that is like an 8-minute video, and it's about, this is what a Beachbody coach does. This is what a Beachbody and I'll share that with our team page as well. But it's a really great video to send to people. And I had a girl message me yesterday, and she said, I want to coach. My husband doesn't want me to. He won't let me, blah, blah, blah. Like, how can I convince him that this is like a real thing, that this is like a cool thing? So I sent her that video. I was like, I can tell you all of the things that make coaching awesome. I mean, I can just flat out, like, I can give you 100 reasons why being a coach has changed my life. But sometimes that feeling doesn't do it for people. Sometimes they need the black and white, and they need to know, like, this is what being a coach means. This is what being a coach does. So I sent her that video. She's like, oh my God, I love this. This is perfect. This is exactly what I need. So sometimes it's little things like that, but it's like it's not just I'm a coach. This is what coaching has done for me. Join my team. This is like sharing every single teeny tiny little way that this journey has made an impact on your life. So like, Sarah, for you, that, like, what you shared last night, that's huge. And how, like, I can guarantee there's hundreds of thousands of women in the world that have been longing for the day that they weigh less than their husband, you know? And that's like a huge deal for a lot of people. My mom is one of them. And she, like, we were just talking about this yesterday when I was at her house, about her struggle with weight her whole life and always being unhappy. And those are the little things. It's not about the income. Yeah, that's great for some of us. Some people actually need that, though. Some people are like, oh my God, I need an extra $500 a month. That would totally change my life. But those little things are the things that connect us to the community that needs it. And community is so big as we just talked about, with all of the victories that we've shared and everything that this has impacted our life in that way because of community. And so I want to challenge you guys with 25 days left in this month, if my math is correct, to take this and run with it and set a goal, whether it's 2 or 5 or 10 people that you want to bring in and help impact their life in this way. And I'm not talking about Success Club points here. I'm talking about how can we influence and impact someone else's life that needs this, that a year ago wouldn't imagine themselves be sitting here, that struggle with these similar things. Like Amanda said, so many people have the same fears that we do. And like, I still struggle with certain things, and how can I be myself and show people that, like, this is like, that I'm still struggling. And I think most of the posts that I do about those fears and those insecurities get the most response. And I did a couple of them this week about being comfortable in your skin and like going up a size in pants. And I had several people reach out to me privately that were like, oh my gosh, like, that was a really big deal. And I think those things, we don't always think of them as something to share, or maybe we're hesitant to share them, but that's where we build that trustworthy relationship. And anyone that is, is in this business for a little bit more than just inspiration and, motivation and accountability. If you're in this business for the additional income, that's okay. That's not going to be like, embarrassed about or ashamed of, to say, yeah, I want to use this to build additional income. Then these are the kind of things that are going to grow that income in your business. And it's always fun to find people on our team, I think. So,
Ashley, when you all did the coach sneak peek with Deidre, it was like Caitlin was in that group. Like, everybody there was like 7 different videos or 9 different videos with topics.
Yeah.
I wrote those down somewhere and now I don't have them because I thought they were awesome topics of like everyone to cover. Do you have that list somewhere?
I can put you in that group. I think I have it.
I'm in the group already.
Oh.
But I don't remember what.
Let me look and see.
7,855 groups. So which one was it?
Let me look and see. I think it's a sneak peek.
I think it was. Kelly, did you ever see that? Like, I thought it was a really good.
Yeah, I think I actually have a video in there.
List.
Unless it's a different group.
Feel like it's different. It's new, like they just did it.
Oh.
Like, I thought it would be good. Like, even if you and I and Tracy.
Yeah, that one, that's pretty old.
Yeah, but this new, like, they just did all of these lists.
Is that not it, Ashley?
Let me look.
But it would have been, which group is it that says, like, you all talked about and signed up for the different videos?
Yeah.
Was that Push to Emerald or?
It was like leadership workshop, I think.
Leadership workshop that we agreed to do that.
But then I think the videos got posted somewhere else.
Yeah, you're right, Amanda.
But I don't remember the name of the group.
And that's what I was like, I don't even know where to go back and look.
I wrote it somewhere, but
I know, I did too, and I can't find it. And I just thought they were such good topics, and I loved that everyone took a different topic and posted a video so that you are able to see
different people.
Like, I mean, I can give you mine, but why would you just want to see me? Like, wouldn't you want to see everyone else?
Right.
I know I know I'm in a group like that, but it's a little bit of an older group, but I mean, it all still applies. But everybody posted, like, it's just a bunch of different coaches and everybody took a topic they talked about.
This coaching opportunity. So maybe it is this group.
It is that one.
Well, it's easy things like, what is a Beachbody coach? How do we make money? What is a challenge group?
Yeah, misconceptions.
Compensation plan. Yeah. So here's
the challenge group.
Yeah.
I'll just post it in the chat.
So she must have just updated that group, I guess. But that picture, that cover picture is so old. That's why it looks like it's
from last summit.
That's like 2 summits ago, I think.
No.
Yeah, because that was Nashville.
Uh-huh.
Where am I? Okay, hold on.
So that was 3 ago. Nashville,
like
New Orleans, Indy.
Yeah, that was 2. Whoops.
Bria will tell you it's old school. Oldies. My 90s music was the oldies.
Oh, wow. Our hip hop music is oldies now?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
It was real depressing. I was like, the what? She's like, the oldies. It was Boys to Men.
Yeah.
So I will post that. Here's that video, and I'll post that too. That drive.google, that's the coaching video that other coach made. And so
I had that in our sneak peek, Sarah.
And that's what Megan Blinka uses. Like, I talk to Megan and I'm like, what do you send your people? When somebody's interested in coaching on your IG stories or whatever it is, they fill out an application. What do you send your people? And she's like, I send them a brief email. I tell them why I love it. And then I send them this video and I tell them to watch it. And I tell them to email me back and tell me what they think. And if they watch it and email you back, then they're interested. If they don't watch it, if they're like, oh, I don't have time, then probably not the best candidate. If they
okay, so let me ask you this, because this has been a big hang up for me, because I have had people say like, yeah, tell me more about it, or yeah, I'd be interested to like learn more about it. And I keep thinking I need to have this like perfect group to add them to where all this information is. And I don't have this group yet. I'm working on it, but I'm like, it's not complete yet. So I haven't added anybody. So I'm not sending anybody anything. And then I'm like, I don't know what to do.
So, which is why I haven't done a coach sneak peek or any of it, because I feel like I have nothing for them.
Right. So, like I need to like sit there and make 10 videos or something.
2 things that you can do. So I have that Team Raise the Bar coach sneak peek. I have a photo album in there that has like common questions, and each picture has a caption, copy and paste that and just put that in there.
I have that in there.
Is
Is that the
something-
pineapple stuff?
Yeah, the pineapple stuff. That's just an easy, like, you
I
can
have
tag
that in there,
somebody in
and
that
I
and
have
say,
that video, and that's really it.
yeah, these are common questions. And then that video that I just linked, post that in there.
I have it in there.
And
Those
then,
are the 2 things I have in there.
yeah, and then do a live video, like 5 minutes, 3 minutes of like, hey, this is a group. This is what this is about. This is how coaching has changed my life. This is why I love it. Boom, done. And then have that be your like pinned post in there so that anytime you add somebody in there, they can see that. And then, you know, you tag them in it and say, scroll down, you know, there's a couple things. Here's my email, or I'll, you know, let me know what you think. I'll check in with you in a few days or whatever.
Okay.
And I think that's really it. I mean, there's no perfect way to like present the coaching opportunity other than to just do this and like sharing the things and like, you know, I mean, we can do all the Insta stories we want and we can, you know, send all the invites we want. Ultimately, it comes down to somebody, A, believing in themselves that they can do it, and B, being ready to do it. And a lot of, you know, unfortunately, those things are out of our hands, but we can give them like the tools and the confidence and the ability to say like, you know what, this is probably not going to be the easiest thing that you've ever done. This is probably not going to be a walk in the park, but like if you can be present and, you know, do the things, then you can have success in this business. And belief in yourself and having a community that backs you is one of the biggest things that so many of us have benefited from. So, you know, I think we overthink it so much about like, how do I make this? How does this, you know, like, and really it's just, if the simpler that we can keep it, because that, like, I don't want to bring people in and be like, okay, there's 47 steps that you need to do first before you do your first post on social media. And if it's not perfect, you're probably going to fail. So you probably need to send me all of your wording and I need to like edit it and then add, you know. So I think, you know, ultimately we fail forward together and we learn and we go and there's not a perfect way to do it. So I think other people overthink it too. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to sign up to be a coach. So like, that means I have to like start a podcast and know all the network marketing things and read every book.
Okay. So another question I have is, a lot of the people that I've talked to about coaching are like on a fitness journey already, but like just go to the gym, or they have their own thing that they do that they love. And they're like, yeah, I would totally love to hear more about coaching. And then when I tell them it's a Beachbody thing, they're like, oh no, I do my own thing. Like, I'm not interested in like trying other workouts. Like, so how do you handle that?
Which is what I've run into too.
Then I just like bless and release. Like,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I was a total gym girl and I was like, I'm not going to do these home workouts. I don't want to do them. I was also spending 2 hours.
What did she say to you?
What did you say?
I said, Deidre didn't just bless and release you. What did she say to you?
She's like, if you want to do this, then this is what you have to do. And I was like, okay, then I'll try it. I'm going to try this for 30 days. I'm not going to order Shakeology again because I like the Target protein that I use. And I'm not going to. And my first post was a picture of my 21 Day Fix DVDs and my bag of Shakeology and all of my containers. And I was like, woohoo, I signed up to be a coach. Who wants to join me? I'm all in. Let's do this. And I look back on that post every year that it pops up and I'm like, what? Like, so, and like, I'm still here. And
I shared Kelly's post. I didn't even post my own. I shared Kelly's. Like, Kelly posted. And I was like,
so, I mean, there's no perfect way to do it. And I still did gym. Like, I still went to the gym with my husband 3 days a week and did 21 Day Fix. And I just kind of went along with what I was supposed to do. And I stayed plugged into the community. And I was like, okay, I know that I need to talk about this. And I still, like, there's posts from like a year and a half ago that pop up. And I'm like, no, girl, no, that was, what were you doing? And it is what it is, you know? And I think when you, I think people see Beachbody and they're like, you know, and I think that's why we don't talk about Beachbody and Shakeology, because I think that's a huge turnoff, because there's certain coaches out there that have made it like icky. But I think that's why we talk about the community, we talk about the vibe, and we talk about the support. And then when people are interested, we tell them like, yeah, this is what we do for workouts, but it's not just that. Like if you like to ride your bike, go ride your bike. You can still be a coach that rides your bike. You can still be a coach that runs marathons. You can still, you know, you just have these awesome tools in your toolbox that you get to share and use with other people, and that help drive your income. So, so I think that's a good way to approach it. Did that help?
Yes. And I, of course, have one more question. Sorry. Now I'm like the student of the day, Sarah.
Okay, I also have more questions. Keep going, Kelly.
Okay, so my other question is, so I have like quite a few challengers who I've like approached about coaching, and they're all like, yeah, it's definitely something I've considered, but the timing's just not right now. Like I'm super busy doing this or that or whatever, and like I'll follow up with them next month. What do you think? Like, is it time to talk about this yet? Yeah, like I'm really interested, but I'm just really like, I got this thing going right now. So they basically keep giving me the time objection. And like the one girl I asked yesterday, she was like, actually, it's totally something I was thinking about. And she like made this big post on Facebook yesterday and Instagram about her transformation and blah, blah, blah. And like all these people were inspired. So of course I hit her up immediately and I'm like, girl, you are like, you need to be a coach. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, your post was amazing. Like, look how many people you inspired. She's like, I know, I've totally been thinking about it, but she's like getting this training in yoga. And she's like, I'm kind of focusing on the yoga thing right now. So I need to like, as soon as that's done, maybe let's talk about it. I'm like, okay, when's the yoga thing done? February. I'm like, what the fuck? February? No, let's talk about this now. Like,
I was going to ask about her because I was like, why is she not coaching?
Are you talking about Jackie?
Yeah. Is she the yoga one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, February. I can't wait that long. So what do I do?
She needs to start. You need to tell her about the journey. The journey is what inspires people.
Right.
Do it now while you're on the journey.
So the time thing is it's a total excuse, and I just like I have to like people that say that usually have already made up their mind that like I'm not going to be a coach, but I'm going to keep saying I'm going to think about it because maybe someday I will. But I'm like the time. So I usually like for people like that, I'm like, cool. Well, I did this. And I'll just be flat out honest with them. I'm like, I started coaching and grew my business to Diamond while I was in nursing school full time, being up 3 times a night, breastfeeding a baby with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old and a husband who traveled. So, I mean, if I could do it in 1 hour a day, you can too. Sometimes people get pissed off when they hear that, but I'm like, it's all about priorities too. I mean, if you have the time, then you'll make the time. If you don't have the time, then you'll make the time if you really want it. And if you don't, like, there's nothing that you can do to change people. And that's, that when coaches come in and they're like, I'm so ready to like rock this out. And then they do nothing. They never check into training. They never do, they don't watch the video. They don't get on calls. They don't, and it's all talk. And again, bless and release. Like, I'm here for you when you're ready to do this. I'm here to support you, and I'm here to like show you what can be done, but I'm not going to work with the unwilling. Because then that's a time suck for you. And then that's frustrating for you when you're putting in effort and people aren't matching your efforts. And I think it's a mutual respect kind of thing. I'll be here to support you and help you if you match my efforts, and be willing to work with the willing and be there for the ones that aren't until they're ready. And the yoga girl, I would probably just like tell her that just because she's doing yoga, that doesn't limit her to yoga. Like, she can still do this and help, because we all know yoga is not everyone's cup of tea. So if she has other people that have other interests, she can help them on all.
Totally. I don't think it was that, because she loves Beachbody. Like she loves Beachbody. It was just that I think the training or something is time consuming for
Oh.
her. So it's kind of like, when this training's over, then I'll pick up something else. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, I just want to get through this before I add something else to my plate, which I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just just showing her that she's already doing it. You're already doing it. So, and if you have friends that want to join you, great.
She's a stay-at-home mom too. I'm like, come on, sister.
Right. Yeah. 20 minutes a day.
Right.
Share a couple things on social media and talk to people. I have a really cool video that, I'm going to share 150 things on the team page today that I'm really excited about.
Yay.
But Moira Kusaba did a national wake up call not too long ago. She did a leadership call for the Rising Stars. She's really she has the biggest heart and is just an amazing, amazing woman. She put together this, don't throw rocks at me right now, but she put together this really awesome tracker that, and a video behind it talking about whether you're a walker, a jogger, or a runner for your business and the things that you need to be doing at each of those stages. So I'm going to share that video and that tracker just so that way, not that you have to print it out and use it and share it every day, but it's really good for where your mindset is in this business and what you need to be doing at each step to make sure that you're reaching those goals. And then back to Gary Vee, I'll share a little bit of that as well. And as far as the coaching content, that was something that he talked about was, people spend an hour writing a post or something for social media that people read the first sentence and don't even read the rest, or spend 45 minutes making a YouTube video and people click off after the first 30 seconds. So he said, he was talking about attention grabbing and also the content piece, that it's relevant and it's consistent and it's valuable, and that doesn't have to be every post, because I would love to post a taco meme that has zero relevance to anything, but those posts that we do about coaching, don't overthink, think from the heart, and why would someone want to join you? Why did you join? We have a lot coming in the next several months with this Transform 20, with Shift Shop launching, with new products coming out, with new ways to reach more people. So I think with that mindset of growth, we'll do some really amazing things. And it's a really cool time to be a coach. I know we've said that before. I know we said that a year ago, but it is as this business continues to grow and expand internationally, and as we continue to have more to offer to people. Bye, Caitlin. Have a great day. So it's Spain. Mom's in Spain. I want to go to Spain.
Right?
But think about that. Plan out your weekly content. Set some goals for the week. And how is that going to reflect in your content? What's on your heart? And it's not about every post being a call to action, but it's about sharing opportunity. And I don't think I did any call to action posts this past week. And I've still had really good conversations with people just about other content that I've posted that's come from the heart. So I think that's, as far as community goes, as far as coach recruiting goes, as far as building your business on that level, it makes, Amanda, have fun. I know, gosh, it's 9:30. We need to jump off. But that makes, we could do this for days, right? And I think I hear my husband coming down to check on me. So anywho, good stuff, right? Share some goodies. We'll do that this week. I'm on a commission. We're going on an anniversary adventure.